it was so low you could see the oval shape of the object with a red light in front and a red light to the rear of it. It appeared to be cigar-shaped, maybe the size of an automobile. From red light to red light, there appeared to be illuminated white lights the whole length of it. I thought I was going to look in the window and see something extraordinary because we were that close. I really didn't see anything inside. There was no movement, no objects, whatever. So it just soared and hovered. You know, just actually unbelievable. It almost seemed like a dream, really. That what we did see.
It seemed like a dream.
Yeah. It soared over this direction, across here, and over this tree line. And later that night, I think it was within a half an hour or less, there were several sightings in Mansfield of similar type description.
The flying saucer came from that direction, came across, stayed out there a while, then it came back, it hovered over here, and it took off in that direction. And to my estimation, it looked like a football. It had flashing lights, all the lights going around in a circle around the area of it, and it looked like a football to me with a whole mess of flashing lights.
These were white windows. It appeared to be mullions. This was all white lights. This is what the chief and I were trying to look in to see if we could see anything. But I give you, I'm not a good artist, but that rough idea. There were cars moving up and down the street. And as it passed from that tree line in a westerly direction, it blocked out several of the cars, and as it moved, the cars appeared again underneath it, which proved to me that we were looking at a solid object. It either was round or, as it appeared to me then, football shaped, and it was no higher and no further away than those fir trees from us as we walked towards it.
None of you had seen any aliens, is that right?
No.
And what is your own personal theory? We'll go down the line here. What your personal theory is about this, what it actually was, where it might have been from. Do you have any idea? Have you harbored any theories over the years of what it might have been?
Well, to myself, I would say I saw it, I left here, I spoke with the Air Force, was it the Air Force that came down? And after that, I just put it right out of my mind.
You kind of blocked it out?
I blocked it right out.
You didn't want to think about it, or you just forgot about it because it was just another incident?
I didn't want to have any more to do with it, to be honest with you. I figured what I saw, I told them what I saw, and that was enough for me. It was an experience in itself, and I didn't want to go any further with it.
How about yourself, Chief? Any personal theories?
Well, it was something unique, that's for sure, and it could have been something that the country has that doesn't care to discuss or reveal, and or it could have been something from another planet. Either one, it had to be one or the other, I would say.
I might add that it was during this particular period of time that several sightings were made of similar objects. The one that I recall vividly was the one in New Hampshire, and a great deal of credence was placed in that sighting, as was this. You know, we have 4, I think, responsible people here who saw something.
Shortly after this sighting, I think it was a couple of weeks, Look magazine did a profile on a happening in New Hampshire where a married couple was supposedly taken onto their ship and given physicals on board the object, whatever it was they seen. And I was working a 4 to 12 fill-in shift. It was maybe 10 o'clock at night at the police station. I was really into the article, and I think at that time my concentration was so much on the article, the door opened at the police station, and I think I felt like I hit my head on the ceiling. My feet never touched the floor, so it just startled me. So it was just kind of a strange experience.
It caught you.
Did you feel as if anything like that might have happened that you're unaware of, that you were
Well, no, it just seems strange that we never made more of it. That, like I say, if it's a bus smash up or something, you'd say, holy smoke, what's happening, and why, and then probably talk a lot about it. This thing here just seemed to go away by itself, and I've often wondered why we didn't discuss it a lot more or think a lot more of it.
How can we correlate this information? How do we know what we're being told?
We probably don't, right? They only reveal what they want to reveal. And again, It had to be one of the other, is what all I'm saying. It had to be something that we had that was, they didn't care to reveal what it was, or something from outer space. The government didn't cut us in on any information. The Air Force didn't communicate with us as to what they did or didn't find. NICAP came out and made the investigation, took the radiation readings in the field. So they did make an intensive investigation of the scene, remained in the area for maybe 3 days. Matter of fact, Mr. Fowler wrote a book and included this in his book. I think I mistakenly said before that the Air Force took the radiation readings. They didn't. It was NICAP really that took the readings.
Did you notice any electromagnetic effects, any radiation effects after in the area?
What we did that night was notify through Officer Jones's urgings. He notified Otis Air Force Base on the Cape, who the following day brought here, or flew over here, a radar plane that circled this particular area for quite a period of time. My understanding was that they did find radiation readings in the field that were above normal.
Mm-hmm. And they did flyovers to do that?
We had a radar plane flying over the area here for most of the following morning.
The government authorities came in and said that further incidents on this nature would have to be included in a separate police blotter?
I'm unaware of that. The chief at that time suggested that we keep a separate blotter for all incoming calls on UFO calls, because we did receive many curious calls and also people saying they had seen sightings or whatever.
But it wasn't due to the government saying that?
I'm unaware of it. It could have happened.
Mm-hmm. And did the government say anything in terms of, don't publicize this?
Again, I'm unaware of that. I wasn't the chief at the time, and perhaps it was said to my predecessor. It wasn't said to me.
Mm-hmm. Are either of you aware of that?
I would know on that. The chief was correct on that.
Someone on Wallamallapog Street also saw it that night. Can you tell me about that? Do you remember that?
There were several other sightings that night by people in Sharon that had seen it, I guess, at a greater distance than we had seen it here. But they had seen it, wasn't it the previous night or something? Someone had said the
previous night.
Yeah.
Also along Wallamallapog Street, there were other sightings over the years. Do you recall any?
Yeah, there's so many things that went on after that, and we heard and read so much. I'm not clear on who's seen what, other than there were several other people that did say they had sightings in Sharon at various times. Is that right?
And Raymond Fowler actually saw something in Beverly.
Freddie, let me just ask you one question, though. Did we really see it? We saw it, right? We saw it. Okay. As long as we saw it, that was the main thing.
I think
both of these guys are retired now, I want you to know.
I think Jimmy will agree with me. We kid each other a lot, but it's criticism on the side. We all discussed it among ourselves, and as the chief said, I read every article I could find on it. If it's seen by chiefs, deputy sheriffs, their vehicles have been disabled, but it's pretty hard to discuss it with the public, because you're open for heavy criticism.